Are you craving a trip on Space Mountain? Well, we've got the next best thing. Welcome to Disney Coast to Coast.
Hey folks, and welcome to Disney Coast to Coast, the ultimate unofficial Disney fan podcast. I'm Jeff DePauli, and welcome to the House of Mouse headlines for the week of August 16th, 2020, brought to you by LaughingPlace.com, your up-to-date resource for the latest Disney news every day of the week. In this week's news, continued changes at Walt Disney World, a Disney Parks-inspired docuseries coming to Disney+, a major renewal announcement from Hulu, and more. So let's get to it.
Hear the latest news from the Walt Disney Company in today's House of Mouse headlines.
We'll start off this week's news in France, where Disneyland Paris has announced plans for 2 holiday celebrations. Guests will be able to make hauntingly magical memories during Disney's Halloween festival from September 26th to November 1st. Then the Christmas season will return from November 7th to January 10th. To keep in line with enhanced health and safety measures, Disneyland Paris has reimagined the Halloween festival, including the cancellation of their hard-ticketed Halloween parties for 2020. Similarly, the Christmas celebration will also be adjusted to follow enhanced guidelines across the resort. These announcements come as parks continue to reintroduce attractions to the new normal, with The Lion King, Rhythms of the Pride Lands performing once again, and Jungle Book Jive set to return later this week. As you may have heard, AMC Theaters across the nation plan to begin reopening later this month. Among the locations currently expected to return on August 20th is the cinema at Disney Springs. What's more, when the theater does reopen its doors, it will be showing classic movies at 1920s pricing, with tickets costing just 15 cents. However, this low price promotion will last only one day. Nevertheless, you can catch Disney-owned films such as The Empire Strikes Back, Black Panther, and the live-action Beauty and the Beast for just $5 after that. Plus, 20th Century's The New Mutants is still set to debut in theaters on August 28th. To see if and when your local AMC is set to reopen and to get showtimes, be sure to visit their website, amctheaters.com. The Walt Disney World Resort is now hosting a free COVID-19 testing facility that is available to cast members and Florida residents. The Florida Division of Emergency Management is operating this temporary drive-through location at the Main Gate complex near Disney's Animal Kingdom, and there is a dedicated service lane for employees of operating participants, cast members, and their immediate family members. As a result of this development, the Actors Equity Union announced that it had signed a memorandum of understanding with Disney for performers to return to work. However, there is still no clear timeline as to when we'll see affected attractions such as Festival of the Lion King, Finding Nemo the Musical, and Beauty and the Beast live on stage resuming performances. In other Walt Disney World news, those planning to visit the parks in the next couple of months should be aware of some upcoming changes to their hours of operation. Starting September 8th, each theme park will see its day shortened by at least 1 hour, with Magic Kingdom opening from 9 to 6, Epcot from 11 to 7, Disney's Hollywood Studios from 10 to 7, and Disney's Animal Kingdom from 9 to 5. Currently, these hours are scheduled through the end of October, but are subject to change. Meanwhile, Disney Springs will continue to be available from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. each day. A new nature docuseries inspired by the Disney parks is coming to Disney Plus this fall. Produced by National Geographic, Magic of Disney's Animal Kingdom will take audiences behind the scenes of the titular Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park and Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge, as well as the Seas with Nemo and Friends at Epcot. Narrated by Josh Gad, each of the 8 episodes will dive into the details of each park, unveiling the multifaceted aspects of animal care, operations, and Imagineering. The Magic of Disney's Animal Kingdom will arrive on Disney Plus Friday, September 25th. This winter, Disney Plus will pay homage to one of the most infamous TV events of all time, the Star Wars Holiday Special. 42 years to the day after that originally aired, the streaming service is set to debut the LEGO Star Wars Holiday Special on November 17th. This time around, not only will the program be animated, but will feature a few Star Wars characters reprising their roles as Rey, Finn, Poe Dameron, Rose Tico, and Chewbacca as they reunite to celebrate Life Day on the Wookiee planet of Kashyyyk. What's more, LEGO versions of some of Chewbacca's family members from the original holiday special are set to appear in this update. So while the cult classic may be hard to come by these days, you can catch this all-new 45-minute special when it arrives on Disney Plus this November. Speaking of remaking classics, Disney Plus has reportedly recruited East High alum Zac Efron to star in a new version of the 1987 comedy Three Men and a Baby. If that film was before your time, Three Men and a Baby starred Tom Selleck, Steve Guttenberg, and Ted Danson as three New York bachelors who found themselves caring and subsequently falling for an infant. Interestingly, it was also directed by Star Trek's Leonard Nimoy. Currently, the Efron-led reboot doesn't have a release date, but you can always watch the original on Disney Plus in the meantime. This week, the Disney-controlled streaming service Hulu made a slew of announcements, but one proved far more important than others. That's right, the Love, Simon spin-off series Love, Victor has officially been renewed for a second season. The first season followed Victor, a new student at Creekwood High School, on his own journey of self-discovery, facing challenges at home, adjusting to a new city, and exploring his sexual orientation. As Victor and his friends mature, so will Season 2, promising to build on those themes of sexual identity, acceptance, and navigating the odyssey we all know as high school. The second season will consist of 10 episodes, but no release date has been announced just yet. Of course, if you haven't already watched Season 1 or the movie that inspired it, I definitely recommend you check them out. And thank goodness there's a second season coming, because Season 1 ended on quite the cliffhanger, with me audibly yelling, "What?" at my TV. Fans of the ABC show Blackish got a welcome surprise this week as one of the program's lost episodes made its way to Hulu. Although Please Baby Please, in which Dre tells his young son an improvised bedtime story that comes to hit on a number of current political and cultural topics, including discussion of NFL players' right to kneel during the national anthem, was originally shot to be part of the show's fourth season, it was never aired due to creative differences between creator Kenya Barris and the network. However, viewers can now see what all the fuss was about by streaming the episode on the platform. In a statement announcing the decision, Barris wrote, "I cannot wait for everyone to finally see this episode for themselves, and, as was the case nearly 3 years ago, we hope it inspires some much-needed conversation." 22 years after the final episode aired, the popular 1990s animated television series Animaniacs is making a comeback. Brand new episodes of the series will debut on Hulu starting November 20th, 2020. Even better, a second season of the revived show is already in the works for a 2021 bow. So be sure to join Yakko, Wacko, and Dot, as well as Pinky and the Brain, and more starting this fall on Hulu. On August 21st, Playbill will be streaming Disney's Newsies, the Broadway musical, and a fundraiser to benefit the Actors Fund. The free streaming event is made in arrangement with Disney Theatrical Productions and Disney Plus for one night only, and will include appearances by Newsies cast members, concluding with a new video featuring cast members from the Broadway and North American tour productions. If you can't tune into this special event, you can still make a donation to the Actors Fund and stream Newsies, the Broadway musical, on Disney Plus. Later this month, D23 Gold and Gold family members will have a unique opportunity to help celebrate the 65th anniversary of Disneyland with exclusive access to a panel discussion featuring favorite Imagineers. Originally recorded on July 17th for cast members, this panel, including Jeanette Lomboy, Kim Irvine, Scott Trowbridge, and Tony Baxter, and moderated by Leslie Iwerks, will be streaming from Friday, August 21st at 7 a.m. through Sunday, August 23rd at 11:59 p.m. Members will have to register and will then be given a special access code to watch the presentation anytime throughout the weekend. For more details or to join the official Disney fan club, visit d23.com. Finally this week, Shop Disney has launched a range of adaptive role-play offerings that will allow fans who use wheelchairs and have other accessibility needs to transform into some of their favorite characters. Now guests can shop wheelchair covers themed to Cinderella and The Incredibles. Additionally, adaptive costumes for kids' costumes featuring beloved characters are also available. Each outfit is designed with stretch fabric that opens in the back for easier dressing, longer lengths for wheelchair-friendly wear, and a discreet flap opening on the front center with self-stick fabric closure to accommodate tube access. All of these and more are now for sale on shopdisney.com. That's going to do it for the news this week, so let's get to this week's Twitter poll where I asked you this hypothetical. You're heading to Disney's Hollywood Studios, but you can only experience one of these 4 attractions that day. Which do you choose? Your options were Rock and Roller Coaster, the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, Slinky Dog Dash, or Smuggler's Run. And last place was Slinky Dog Dash with only 11% of the votes, followed by Rock'n' Roller Coaster with 18% of the votes, then Smuggler's Run got 21% of the votes, and 50% of you voted for the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. Do you agree with these results? Cast your vote in the Twitter poll every week by following Disney CTC on Twitter. That's Dizney CTC on Twitter. And folks, if you haven't listened to this past Wednesday's episode of Disney Coast to Coast, you'll definitely want to check it out, as I had a discussion with director Don Hahn about his new documentary Howard, now on Disney+. And on this upcoming Wednesday's episode, we discuss an often overlooked and underappreciated land in one of Disney's parks. The easiest way to make sure you don't miss any of the magic is by subscribing to Disney Coast to Coast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Wherever you search, don't forget, it's Disney with a Z, Coast to Coast. And if you want to get these episodes in your wet little earbuds early, become part of the DCTC community, where you'll gain early access to episodes along with other bonuses. You can check it out at patreon.com/DisneyCTC. That's patreon.com/DIZNEYCTC. Other than that, folks, have a magical day. Bye!
Thanks for listening to Disney Coast to Coast. Have a magical day.
Disney Coast to Coast is produced and hosted by Jeff DePauli. Learn more about the podcast and become a supporter at DisneyCoastToCoast.com.